What's up, y'all? This is your boy Brooklyn, Untitled Radio Streets 993. And today I have a special guest. You guys might know her from the Real Housewives of Potomac. She dropped the album Deep Space. Everybody knows the song, You Gonna Make Me Drive Back. Drive Back. I love that song. We Insecure as well, featuring Trina. I have none other than Candiace. How you doing, Candiace?
Hi, Jaquan. I'm great. How are you?
I'm perfect. I know I know you've had a busy schedule in LA, getting ready, gearing up for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. So I appreciate you sitting down with Untitled Radio, for this
Thank you for having
cool
me.
interview. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get right into it. Let's talk about the album Deep Space, the deluxe. What made you want to even drop a deluxe instead of an EP?
Well, I think for sure that deep space, I still feel like I'm in deep space, and I wasn't ready to completely depart from the deep space of it all. But I also didn't want to wait to drop new music. And I was just excited to keep giving my listeners and my fans more from me. The response to Deep Space was incredible. And I feel like I accomplished a huge goal of mine, which was to really inspire listeners with my music. And I wanted to continue celebrating my freshman album. So what better way to do that than to, tack a deluxe onto the end of Deep Space and add a few more amazing songs. And we got Fine Wine, we got Insecure, we got Affirmations, we got quite a few songs that I love and that I'm excited to perform live.
Okay. So let's talk about Insecure. We saw kind of like that process on the Real Housewives, the new season. So just tell everybody how, the Trina link up came about and just the meaning behind that song. Do you feel like you're insecure, or do you feel like there's some insecurities in relationships, or, just tell us about that record.
Yeah, well, the song is definitely not about me being insecure, but about excuse me, but rather about either a gentleman or a partner or even a friend / a hater who is, finding a reason and poking holes in who you are, and me trying to help that person realize and understand, maybe you're a little insecure.
Maybe.
Yes. And, on the nose, the song is about a relationship, but I love it because it, like a lot of my music, can apply universally to a lot of different situations. And especially, for me in this housewife space, there are quite a few folks who have made it their business to be dedicated to misunderstanding me. And I can most certainly attribute that to the fact that they're probably a little insecure and feel the need to come at little old me because of those insecurities. So that was kind of a cheeky nod to some of that. And Trina is and was a dream come true to have her collaborate with me on this song. I'm still in awe that she even cared enough to want to work with me, because I am still such a new artist. And she can have her pick at whatever she wants to do at this point in her career. So it meant and still means a lot to me that she thought enough of me and my music and my song to want to support me in that way. My team, we were talking about how to elevate my music and elevate this song and take it to the next level. And we were kind of walking through who would be a good person to have on this song, who would make sense. And, we landed on Trina, and I was like, she's gonna say no. Let's ask her, because she would be great on this song, but she's gonna say no because it's Trina. And she said yes. So it was definitely a shock in the best way. And Insecure with Trina was born.
Okay, perfect. Now, speaking on the collab tip, you're Real Housewives of Potomac, you got Kandi, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So do you see a potential collab between you two? Maybe she produced a record, maybe on some, a Housewives tip.
Yeah, so I have admired Candi's entrepreneurial prowess forever. Um obviously I have looked up to her music and her business sense for decades. She's definitely an OG in the music game and in the business game. And you've seen that all play out, a lot of that play out on Housewives. And I mean, of course, I would love the opportunity to work with her in the music space. She's an incredible writer. She has such a great ear. But I know she's got her hand in so many things. She's producing stage plays and she's opening restaurants, and she's a mom and she's a wife and a daughter. She's so many things to so many people. So, I take my hat off to her and everything she's doing. And she's been very supportive of me. I'll text her or call her, when I need advice on something, and she always picks up, and she's always, right there when I need anything. So I don't know. I don't know like if she's even in that space right now to be making new music, because she's so focused on so many other things. But if she ever wanted to do it, I would be like, yeah, girl, let's get in the studio today. Yeah.
Kandi, you heard that. Let's get in the studio. Let's get these records going. We know she's the hit maker.
She
Mark,
is.
you got
She's
your
still
own
got it.
hits.
Yeah,
But we know Kandi.
yes, for
Once
sure.
Kandi put something on, she going for it. So let's talk about this tour that you have coming up. What does a Candiace show look like?
A Candiace show is a vibe. It's a fun time. It's a kiki. Um, my listeners and my fans are the absolute best. I love how interactive my shows are. They're singing the songs back to me. They're serenading me, and just like really showing such incredible love and support, and reminding me that their support and their love is part of the reason why I'm even on this journey. um it's a musical vibe. My band is the bomb. They are my musicians. My band are some of the best musicians in the world, and I mean that. And they play for some of the biggest names out there, not just in R&B, like across all genres. So I have such immense respect for my band and their support of me, and how supportive they've been of my career, and how they uplift and encourage me. So having them behind me, like they give the people a show, and you leave my show feeling high on life, high on music. City Winery has been incredible and so supportive of me. And I love a show where you can get a little meal, a little dinner, a little pork chop, okay, a little wine glass, a little Pinot Grigio or whatnot. So I'm really excited to be continuing the second leg of my Deep Space tour with City Winery. We got Live Nation stepping in there as well, which is a huge honor. I actually did one of my first shows. I opened for some of the R&B greats, SWV, Faith Evans, Maya, 702, in early last year in Connecticut and in DC, and Live Nation produced that show as well, and they were amazing to work with. So I'm really excited to be back working with Live Nation. And I actually have a show coming to Nashville with City Winery. So I'm really excited it'll be my first time performing in Nashville. I'm really excited to come and experience the Nashville and experience the vibes that that Nashville has to offer. I love that city. I actually auditioned for The Voice in Nashville years ago, and I haven't been back since. So I'm really excited to come and see what y'all talking about.
I bet you're laughing at them now. But definitely, when you come to Nashville, definitely stop by Streets 993.
I would love to.
Yes, we would love to come sit in the studio, sign the wall, take the pictures. You know what I'm saying? We have a great staff up there, so we definitely, are gonna come to your show, support you, and we just want you to stop by just for a quick 5-minute sign the wall.
Yes, August 14th. August 14th, I'll be at City Winery. So yeah, before or after that, let's set that up. I would love to come in.
Get your cowboy boots, get your cowboy hat. We can hit we can do all that.
Yes, I love that.
Yes. So now let's get into your new project, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, season 3. Yes. Before we get into the mess, how was Thailand?
Thailand was beautiful. It is one of the most picturesque landscapes I've ever experienced. We were on the island of Phuket, which is a smaller island just off the coast of the mainland of Thailand. The house we stayed in was literally on the side of a cliff. So we had floor to ceiling windows overlooking this incredible view. You saw like dolphins jumping up out of the water. There were other mountainous terrains like within arm's reach. So it was just this beautiful scenery. The Thai people are so kind and so wonderful. I love Thai food. So it was really exciting to get to go and experience authentic Thai food. Anytime I get to the pleasure and the blessing really of leaving my country and visiting other parts of the world, it's such an honor to experience other cultures and recognize how different we are, but how alike we are. And how close together humanity is, even though, we look different, we speak different languages, we enjoy different cuisines. But at the end of the day, we're all the human race. And that is never more apparent for me than when I'm visiting other parts of the world. So that was so much fun and such a huge highlight.
Yeah, that was good. I have to get overseas. I want to do
that. You've never been abroad?
No, never.
You must. It's a life requirement. You got to get you a passport and just even close your eyes and like pick a place on the map and go there. It is such an experience to see other parts of the world.
Definitely will check that out. Now, getting into the show, from the trailer, you said that your intentions were to keep your edges intact. And I see that your edges are intact.
They are yet there, yes.
So with that being said, did you have to snatch anybody's edges with your reads?
I think I snatched any edges. I may have had to, rattle a few. I may have had to blow on some edges. Yeah. But I tried to be calm and collected most of this trip. I talked a lot about how at the beginning of this trip, I was really like homesick and having my own personal anxieties about being far from home. Thailand is like a 12-hour time difference. It's something really insane. So, and just feeling, far from people that I love and with people that I don't really know, was kind of a shock to me in the beginning. So it took me a minute to adjust. And so I wasn't really trying to be coming for next. But then once I got adjusted, I saw some mutiny afoot. I saw some foolishness and some mayhem running around in the front yard. Uh-oh. And, I did have to step in and set some folks straight. Mm-hmm. But I did it hopefully in a nicer way. And by the end of the trip, I think most of us were in a good place.
Okay. And with that being said, who did you feel, besides, Gizelle being from your show, who did you who are you more comfortable with on this trip that you didn't know, or who did
Yeah.
who did you meet that you really were like, oh, okay, cool, you're cool. Like I can see myself being cool with you outside of the cameras.
Yeah. So I didn't know the Salt Lake City girls, Whitney and Heather, at all. By the end of the trip, I was calling them my snow bunnies. They despite the fact that they personally had their own beefs with one another, they fought the whole trip. They was cussing and yelling and crying and screaming about being Mormon, and she's more Mormon than me and she's less Mormon, and her name is still on the rolls. And I learned more than I ever thought I would need to know about the Mormon church on this trip. But as women, as individual women, they are so wonderful, so kind, so sweet, so much fun. They are women that I still keep in touch with to this day. I would travel with them again, even. And I really enjoyed their company. And Leah McSweeney from New York Housewives. I had known her previously, but we got a lot closer on the trip. Our rooms were conjoined, so we shared a closet. So I would like peek my head in and she'd peek her head into my room, and we would, compare notes and talk through whatever the drama was going to be for the day. And I really enjoyed getting to know her more, and she's awesome. Wonderful girl.
Did Bravo drop the check on the house? Because that's another big thing when it comes to housewives, the room situation, the house, the view. We're not going to talk about, Mia's pickings, but did Bravo drop the check in Thailand, to where y'all was like, okay, yeah, I like this house, I'm comfortable, no complaints.
Oh, so that's one of the best things about being a part of this crazy sisterhood is 9 times out of 10, we are going to be well taken care of. Well, we're always well taken care of, but sometimes it can be a toss up on like when you get into the house, the room situation. Am I going to have my own room? Am I going to be sharing? Am I going to have share a bathroom? But shout out to Peacock. They handled it. Our house was 5-star. We had a house staff, private chef. We had, our beds were made every morning. We had turn down service at night. They were bringing breakfast, fresh fruit, fresher than I've ever had it in my life, to our rooms. Whatever we wanted, it was right there at our feet whenever we needed it. They really took care of us. And yes, they did drop the check, as you said, on this trip. And then just, it's a huge undertaking to bring 8 housewives and all of our producers and the crew, all the way to Thailand from home. And, they had us handled and taken care of every step of the way, safety and making sure we were eating. We had great food. The libations were flowing. We had KFC. How you find KFC in Thailand? I don't know. But we had everything we needed and then some. So yes, we had everything we needed to start the appropriate amount of drama when necessary.
Okay. And also from the trailer, we saw your interaction with Porsha. And you kind of asked the question that all the viewers want to know, pertaining to her marriage. So do you feel that she received that well, or do you think it made things kind of rough for the trip?
I think Porsha's an OG, right? She's been in this game for a minute. She took a little break and came back, to hang out with us in Thailand. She knows how the game goes. And she knew when she accepted the invitation to come to Thailand that somebody was going to ask her about her personal life. Yes. And then she had just filmed her special on Bravo. And they went on this big family trip. And she
really, y'all been shot this.
So we shot Girls Trip 2 weeks after we wrapped Potomac. So we wrapped Potomac at the beginning of July. 2 weeks later, we were in Thailand.
So speaking on that,
Yes.
speaking on just the transition, do you
Yes.
feel that the show kind of put like a stronger dent in you and Gizelle's relationship, or did you leave Thailand feeling like, okay, I feel like we can start a better relationship, and then y'all got back on filming with Potomac, and then she just went at Chris and that whole storyline?
No, so we finished shooting season 7, and at the end of season 7, we left in a neutral place. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. I was definitely, leaning more toward not good, but also wanting to embark on this journey in Thailand, was sort of a fresh start. But I didn't completely trust her leaving Potomac to go to Thailand. And yeah, I wasn't excited, to have to embark on this journey with her, because she had really gone out of her way to lie on my husband and create fake drama on Potomac. So, leaving Thailand, we left in a really bad place. But it was inevitable, because we left Thailand, got back home. Several months later, Potomac airs, and I see everything else that she said, pertaining to my husband, all of the lies that she told, all of the embellishments that she added. And then, she does all this press where she's changing her story and adding hot sauce and really just creating a space that makes women who have truly experienced sexual misconduct look bad. She made everybody, and continues to make everyone, look bad. So it was inevitable. What Thailand was kind of a foreshadowing for what would happen later, when I actually saw how truly unethical and disgusting she was.
Oh. Oh, that's never good. So just wrapping up the Ultimate Girls Trip, because I have a few fan questions that I had them submit. Some of your fans that they really want to know these questions. They're calling me the Black Andy because they did not get to it.
Okay. Andy is shady. You gonna be black and shady?
I mean, these questions might be a little.
Oh, okay. You sound like Andy already. He's always blaming the viewers. It's never him. It's always the viewers. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, just real quick. Do you feel like you would do another Ultimate Girls Trip?
I would. I mean, I had a hard time, but at the end of the day, it was a challenge, and I'm still here. So yes, I would do it again.
Okay, cool. Now, get into the fan questions. This one is coming from Aaliyah TA on IG.
Hey, Aaliyah.
And she says, during season 5, Gizelle was anti-violence to the point that she hired a bodyguard. However, this season it seems like she was able to look past the violence and making excuses for Mia's behavior towards Wendy. Mm-hmm. So do you think that Gizelle was ever genuinely on your side, or do you think that she was using that as a motive because you all had a common enemy?
Yeah, I think the answer is definitely B. I always took Gizelle's support during season 5 with a bit of a grain of salt. Obviously, I wanted to believe that she truly did support me and want to speak out against Black women, especially fighting on television. And that was her stance, is that we have to rise above, and we have to, work twice as hard to get half as much as Black women in the public figure space. But it was always sort of, you can never fully trust someone like that. And yeah, I think, when she opened her mouth this past season, and, contradicted herself, it just further, proved that she has zero credibility. And it's it's unfortunate for her, especially as someone who, you know, is raising young girls. It's such a poor example to set for young women, to be so contradictory in such a way. When you have the opportunity and the platform to stand firm on something, you choose instead to be a jester and embarrass yourself.
Okay. Now this one is coming from It's Kelly _ camera. And this one says, given the information that has come out in regards to Robyn and Juan not being transparent and honest in reality, how can you yourself, how can you yourself move forward with an honest relationship with her, given that she allowed the negative narrative about your husband to go on during the season?
I mean, that's a question that I have posed in my head and within my family, within the confines of our home, many, many times since she broke the news about her real life on Patreon for $5. It's embarrassing. It's a slap in everyone's face. And it does make it hard for everyone to move forward. It compromises the morale of our group, and it creates contention that, I don't know how we move forward. So, I think that if Robyn, returns next season, she will have a lot of questions to answer. If she's smart, she will humble herself and, come with some real explanations and some apologies, because she has completely contradicted herself. And then as someone who considered her as a sister friend, I just expected more of her. And it hurts to see her, really not valuing this sacred understanding that we were supposed to have of one another, that we all come to this platform as honestly as possible. And then if you can't be honest, then at least shut up. Like, don't be loudly declaring that we all need to bring our real lives and, be open, when you sit there hiding the most scandalous story of them all. Yeah. And then watch your friend make up lies about my husband. It's almost like stranger than fiction. Like, I couldn't write that story because it's not believable. But you really insult your fans, the viewers, and your coworkers by thinking that you were going to get away with this. It's laughable.
So do you feel that, being that she is currently, her and her husband are currently in the headlines for their situation, do you feel like she might not return to the Housewives just because she doesn't want to really address her issues?
Yeah, I could see a world where she maybe decided it's not worth it, because the thing is, like, she can't address it by herself. Mm-hmm. She has to address it with the person that she was in the situation with, and that's her husband. And if her husband is not willing or able to, come back with her and give the people what they want, then how does she come back? Like, I don't have the answers. I don't know what is going to happen with her. I'm thinking about my own fate on this show every season.
Right.
I don't ever think anything is guaranteed. I'm always, ready to fight for my life, with our show and with our producers. So, I have enough going on over here in Team Candiace Bassett land. Yeah. And, I hope Robyn can get it together, whether that's on the show or off the show.
Yeah, because we the people want her to give it up or go, because it's a snooze fest. But last question real quickly before we wrap this interview up. I just want to ask you a question about the Newbie Jacqueline. So she was recently on with Carlos King, and he kind of said, newbies are, 9 out of 10 typically haze. Those kind of his words, but that was the general consensus.
Yes.
And she felt like she had to come for you because you were coming for Mia. So how do you feel about Jacqueline won for the show? And how do you feel that people are saying, "Oh, I'm a newbie, so I feel like I gotta go 10 times harder because I know she's coming with her words."
Well, so in the beginning, I was not feeling Jacqueline because she came in real hot, and like I didn't even know she was, a part of our show. And we were at Karen's event, the first event of the season, and I walk over and there's this woman standing next to me arguing with some of the girls, and I see she has a mic on, and I'm like, who the hell is this? What's going on? And she was just going really hard.
Yeah.
And anytime you come in hot like that and it's not explained or warranted, I'm gonna give you a side eye. So yeah, I wasn't really feeling her. And you kind of saw us beefing the first half of season 7. But then when Mia started to really turn on her friend and betrayed her, I always say you can look in someone's eyes and see their truth. And I was able to look at Jacqueline and see that she was truly hurt by what her friend of 30 years was doing to her, all for approval on a TV show that could go away tomorrow. Like, this is not the end all be all. And you gotta have a line and boundaries and some sort of moral compass when it comes to this space, or you will stand for something or fall for anything, as the great MLK would say. So I was really starting to root for her, and in that we became friends. And now I talk to her probably every other week just to check in. She came to my birthday party. Our birthdays are close together. I think we're both Sagittarians. So yeah, she's a cool girl, and I really enjoy her. And I still want her and Mia to get to a good place, even though, the more Mia puts her foot in her mouth, the more that seems unlikely, no pun intended. The more that seems unlikely, but, I still have hope that, 30 years of friendship can be sustained. Right. It may be in the absence of the show, but maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. Well, again, Candiace, I appreciate you for sitting down with Streets 993 in Nashville, Tennessee, Untitled Radio. You have been a pleasure. You gave it up just how I knew you would. When I told everybody I was sitting down with you, they said, "Oh yeah, Candiace is a good time. You're gonna rock it. She's so cool. You're everybody's favorite." And I appreciate you for being so humble and sitting down with me. So just make sure everybody goes to get that deluxe Deep Space. Make sure y'all get those tickets for tour, because when she comes to Nashville, we hitting Broadway, we getting a cowboy boots, we getting a cowboy hat.
Right, August 14th, City Winery. Yes,
we're gonna rock out at City Winery. So again, I appreciate you, Candiace, for sitting down with me. This is your boy Brooklyn, Untitled Radio, Streets 993. Make sure you guys check out Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. That's premiering on the 23rd, correct? Thursday?
Right. Yep.
Thursday. So make sure you guys check that out. You might be coming for neck and all them. So yes, and you got. Let's see them edges again real quick. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yes, still intact. Still intact.
There they are. There they are. Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Candiace. Streets 993 Untitled Radio signing out. Peace.